When it comes to Aberration, rat holes are hidden everywhere, so we proudly present Top 10 All-Time Best Rat Holes on Aberration. This video is sponsored by my servers Deluxe. Deluxe is a 3x server with 5x metering and 3x experience. Deluxe has 6-man tribes, ORP, new player protection, raid warning, and so much more. Here at Deluxe, we ensure that you have an amazing experience with lag-free servers. Servers are now live, link in the description. Coming at number 10, this can be found at 9.8 latitude and 48.3 longitude. And then here it is on the map. Now this one can be found more up at the bottom, like middle-ish of the map, and this spot's actually pretty hidden. Now yes, it's not the biggest area, but it's extremely hidden and a lot of players don't even know that this is here. Now this one is an underwater rat hole, so if you're looking to build underwater, now by underwater I mean kind of in a lake, it's not really fully like underwater, but if you're looking to build a nice little underwater base, if you're maybe a solo or a duo, this makes for a pretty good spot where you don't really have to worry about many people finding you, and you don't have to worry about the like radiation zones and all that kind of stuff. Coming at number 9, this can be found at 36.3 latitude and 77.8 longitude, and then here it is on the map. Now this one can be found more towards the rightish of the map, and this one can be found in the blue zone. The blue zone is basically a more dangerous area, but it's not like super dangerous yet, so it's actually a good buildable area, but you still gotta watch out for some stuff because there's a lot of stuff on this map that will try to kill you. But anyways, coming up here into the ceiling, you will find this nice little hidden rat hole. Once you come inside, you are entered into here. Now yes, this spot isn't the biggest and it's a little bit awkward to build. However, if you just put some cliff platforms in here, you'll be fine. You won't have to really worry about anybody finding you at all. Coming at number 8, this can be found at 34.4 latitude and 45.9 longitude. And then here it is on the map. Now this can be found in the regular zone. This area you don't really have to worry about too many hostiles trying to kill you. I mean, you still gotta worry about like a few of them, like the Ravengers and all that. But if you're just fine with that, makes for a pretty good area to stay up here, but there's a lot more traffic through here. So coming up here, you have this nice little platform on the bottom where you can maybe put like a turret tower or a nice little turret wall or a hanging turret tower, really up to you. But up here is the main rat hole. Now this one's a little bit bigger, so if you're a bigger tribe looking to be kind of more up top where you can go do stuff easier, makes for a pretty good location. Coming at number 7, this can be found at 75.5 latitude and 41.7 longitude, and then here it is on the map. Now this can be found in the blue zone, and pretty far down in the blue zone too, so you gotta be careful, but you're barely out of the radiation zone here, which is perfect. So anyways, up here you have this nice, not so flat base spot, but a very good sized rat hole. So over here, as you can see, it looks pretty flat, but it's actually all going straight down, which does suck. So you'll have to maybe build some on pillars or on a cliff platform or something. There's a good amount of room in here, and it just makes for a pretty nice rat hole. Coming at number 6, this can be found at 28.7 latitude and 62.1 longitude. And then here it is on the map. Now this can be found up top, outside of the blue zone, but pretty close to it. So anyways, over here, if you look on the side of this wall, you don't really see anything. But now if you come up over here, there's a nice little opening right here, a little crack, where you can go inside. So this rat hole really is not the biggest, so if you're a smaller tribe like a solo, duo, or even a trio tribe, makes for a pretty nice spot. Now yes, you're going to have to build some cliff platforms here for this to really work out properly, but there's still a pretty decent amount of room in here. So as long as you build defenses on the outside, you'll be fine to live in here. Coming at number 5, this can be found at 23.6 latitude and 52.5 longitude, and then here it is on the map. Now this can be found up at the kind of top middle-ish of the map, up in the green zone. Now this zone, of course, like I said in the past ones, is the best zone to build in. Now for some reason this rat hole is just insane. I mean, it's just kind of just chilling up here, but yeah, it's just on the ground. But anyways, as you can see, once you come in here, you're greeted with this very awkward kind of wall rat hole where it kind of curves up. Now this part of it kind of sucks, so you have to build some kind of defense in here or something, or on the outside. I recommend building on the outside for this one. But if you come up in here, there's all these little areas up top, and it goes really high up, meaning it's going to definitely be a struggle for somebody to raid you because there's no flyers on here, so they have to basically walk their way up in a way. So it's definitely going to be a hard raid if you know how to build this right. Coming at number 4, this can be found at 50.9 latitude and 32.5 longitude, and then here it is on the map. Now this can be found over on the kind of leftish middle of the map, and this one is actually pretty high up on the ceiling, but it's basically on the borderline of the green zone and the blue zone. So if you come up here, you'll find these kind of ruins all over the place. I really don't know what you call them. If you know what to call them, comment that down below, because I've never known what to call them. But anyways, coming up here into the ceiling, you will have a little rat hole up in here. Now this rat hole is a bit of an awkward one because you can't build on these little like root canal things. So you'll have to build on the walls, but there is a little trick with that because if you place one cliff platform, then it'll allow you to build on here. So as long as you can figure that out, it'll make for a pretty good spot. Coming at number 3, this can be found at 54.1 latitude and 50.9 longitude. And then here it is on the map. Now this one can be found almost dead middle of the map, over by this kind of giga skeleton ruins, even though it's way bigger than a giga. But anyways, over here you have this spot. Now this spot's pretty iconic. A lot of people know about this spot as it's actually a pretty overpowered spot. Being in the radiation zone basically makes this spot very difficult to raid for a lot of people because a lot of people really don't touch Aberration, especially on like big like servers. People just kind of stay away from this map unless they want to farm a bunch of like metal and stuff. That's really the only reason why. But up here you have this nice good sized rat hole, so as long as you're fine with building on some cliff platforms and some moving around, it'll make for a pretty good location. Coming at number 2, this can be found at 70.1 latitude and 38.5 longitude. And then here it is on the map. Now this one can be found over in the radiation zone, also known as the zone that you really don't want to touch. However, there is a pretty crazy rat hole in here, so as long as you're fine with building in the radiation zone and you're fine with building some like exterior defenses on the outside, this will make for a pretty good spot. So once you come in here, you have to basically walk all the way down on this weird looking glowing crystal, and then you're opened up into this insane rat hole. This thing is just enormous. You have tons of room. You can literally fit an entire base in here with 6 people easily, but the only downside is it is definitely going to be annoying to live in here with the radiation constantly hitting you. Coming at number 1, this can be found at 65.5 latitude and 58.5 longitude, and then here it is on the map. Now this one can also be found in the radiation zone, which means it's just going to be annoying to build in. However, it's kind of on the verge of being in the blue zone too, so yes, there's radiation, but yet there's also kind of not, if that makes sense. So anyways, if you come over here under this ramp, you are greeted with this rat hole. Now this thing's pretty insane. You have to crouch to get into here. Even though it doesn't look like it, you still do have to crouch to get in here. And then it opens up into this nice good sized rat hole. So you can easily build layers upon layers of just turret walls in here, then put your main base all the way down in the back. But it makes for a pretty amazing rat hole. But anyways, that's it for today's video. We hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and hit the subscribe button. And thanks for watching.